Hi, my name is Casey Berry, and I am a real estate agent in Washington State. I wanted to share my story of why I donate on behalf of my clients to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And just bear with me because I wrote a script because I get nervous and tend to talk super fast. So this was my way of slowing down and sharing my story. So, my story starts on March 21st, 2015. Our third child was born with a rare skin condition. In fact, his type is 1 in a million. It's called ichthyosis. Here's our little Lincoln. We make skin every 21 days, and Lincoln makes skin every 12 hours. He's unable to sweat, thus he can't cool off. So after 8 months living in Colorado with Lincoln's skin condition, being born and raised there, but having him with a skin condition really puts in perspective where you live and how that affects your children. So he would overheat in the summer and would pass out, and then in the winter he would crack and dry and bleed. So it was just a terrible way to live your life as a kid. So we made a bold move and relocated to Washington State, Bellingham. The humidity is perfect for his skin. He doesn't overheat because of the mild temperatures. He doesn't get too cold. It was just perfect. When we arrived to Washington, we needed to set up an appointment with a dermatologist that is familiar with ichthyosis, and that's when Seattle Children's Hospital shows up in our story. Since 1992, RE/MAX has helped Children's Miracle Network hospitals support millions of kids each year. Fast forward to 3 months living in Washington. I told my husband I thought Lincoln's head was growing super fast. We got past the moving and set up the dermatologist for him, got school rolling for the kids, and I just noticed, and that's when we made an appointment with Children's Neurosurgery. They did an MRI, which showed a number of concerns. This is his little brain full of stuff going on. And to hear a team of 7 tell you that brain surgery needs to be scheduled in 2 weeks because it's urgent definitely brings you down to your knees. He had Chiari malformation, hydrocephalus. He has a huge cyst full of fluid in his brain. So from 1 to 7, he had a total of 8 brain surgeries. So did you know the donations I make on behalf of my clients stay local? Our local Children's Miracle Network hospital is actually Seattle Children's, and that's when Children's Miracle Network fits into our story. Ichthyosis, Chiari malformation, a cyst the size of a softball, and hydrocephalus. Is there a connection genetically that could cause a number of conditions? We met with a genetic specialist that recommended a full genome panel, $30,000 that insurance won't cover. This was Lincoln after his brain surgery. I won't show you the gruesome photo I have of his stitches and stuff, but yeah, it wasn't fun. Genetic testing. Sweet little guy. Anyways, so $30,000 and insurance won't cover. That's when me and my husband were weighing the odds of, do we not do this test? Will this help him in the future? Will it be good to know when he wants to have children? So we just weighed our options, and we ended up getting a call from Children's Miracle Network telling us that they were covering the cost of the genetic testing for Lincoln, myself, and my husband, which is protocol when you're doing genetic testing, because they want to know if Lincoln has anything genetically going on, then which parent does that come from. So having Children's Miracle Network give us a call and tell us they were covering was actually very eye-opening to me and shocking, because I figured when I went to Costco and bought the little balloon for $5, it was just going into this pool of donations that would cover, you know, small things here and there. But in fact, covered a lot more than I could think. After weeks of waiting, we found out some results, and thankfully there was no indications that Lincoln's conditions were related, and there's multiple research facilities that research ichthyosis actively, and they put things together all the time. So he's actively getting researched, his labs and his genetic testing, to hopefully help, you know, future families in the future. But we did find out that he had the BRCA gene, which he got from me. And the BRCA gene is the breast cancer gene. This little picture says, "Lincoln saved my life." That week I ended up having a mammogram done. Having a mammogram done, and found out that breast cancer filled my milk ducts on my left side. Coming from a broken home, not knowing my family's history, I didn't think to do a mammogram at 27. So, needless to say, Lincoln saved my life. I had a mammogram, found out that I had the breast cancer, and if I would have waited, it would have spread uncontrollably. Having breast cancer on my left side with the BRCA gene, 85% of developing breast cancer on my right side, the numbers were just against me. So I made the decision to have a double mastectomy. And, sorry, looking for my script here. That just allowed my, chances of getting breast cancer from 85% to less than 5. So yeah, Children's Miracle Network is changing lives. Your donation adds up to make a big impact towards changing kids' health in your community. I'm thrilled to donate with every transaction. Each time you have an opportunity to donate, I hope you think of me and Lincoln and our story. Thanks.